Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of similar proportionality. This is standard 8.3a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 40 of the Redesign Practice online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got two figures, and they are similar, so that's going to be important for us because we are going to be able to make some proportions. We simply need to find which of these proportions is actually true. And so this helps us right here. And thankfully, they are oriented in the same direction. Sometimes they'll rotate one of them, and that just makes it a little bit more difficult. So if we are looking to see how we can find proportions that are true, what we need to do is we need to find sides that match up either within the fraction or across fractions, right? So let's look at x and y. Okay, so x and y, right, are going from big to small. So I'm going to put big to small, right? So then what we need to do is we need to find this other one needs to go from big to small as well, and the two sides need to be lined up. But take a look at this. This 3, that's my small. My 5 is my big. So that's not going to work. If for some reason they had flipped it, right, that would work because then that would be my big to small, but they didn't. So A does not work. And you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just clear that out so we can get a fresh one. All right, so x to y. Looks like we're going to, you know what? Looks like all of them are going to stay big to small. Okay. So that's good. We already know it's not A. So then I'm going to need, oh, look at this. What exactly is happening there? First off, that's big to big. That doesn't work. And then secondly, those two sides don't go together. Now, if you wanted to do this, right, you could have done 2 to 4, right, big to big. Then if you wanted to do the same thing over here, right, you could have done that because those two sides would have been proportional like that, right, small to small. And the 2 and the 2 and the 1.2 will go together, and the 4 and the 2.4 go together, but they didn't. And it looks like we're looking for xy. Okay, so B is not going to be it either. All right, so let's look at C. We're going big to small, and then it's the same thing. We just did this 4 to 2. I'm not sure why they're choosing these as incorrect answer choices, just because that doesn't make any sense. This is big to big, right? And if we wanted to make this work big to big, we would have to find the two that correspond with them small to small, right? And so that would be like 2.4 to 1.2. This would work because just like we did on the B, right? The 4 and the 2.4 are corresponding, and the 2 and the 1.2 are corresponding, but it looks like we're looking for x and y in all of these, so we need to find another option. It's not A, it's not B, it's definitely not C, so let us hope it is D. All right, so x to y, move that down just a little bit there. Big to small. Okay, and then I'm going to go 5 to 3. Okay, thankfully, 5 is big, 3 is small, but let's make sure that they correspond with each other. Yeah, so, all right, so I've got my x corresponds with my y, right? So then I've got my 5. Yep, that corresponds with my 3. They're both the base of these right trapezoids. And I've got my big to big on my numerators. I've got my small to small on my denominators. So that is definitely going to work, right? So that is our best option. And the answer is D.